So I love side boob.
I like all boob.
Yeah. I just thought I'd focus on side boob for a second.
Yeah. I mean, it deserves love too.
It's kind of like false advertising sometimes, but
In what way?
The end product is still desirable. Well, I mean, the profile is sometimes a lot larger than what's really going on there because of the bra and the clothing around it.
No, so the bra is the false advertising, not necessarily the side boob.
Well, the side boob is affected by it, so yeah, sure, the side boob is
but
false.
when I think of boobs, I think of unfettered boob, right? No bra, no shirt.
Yeah, but
straight
I'm
boobs.
talking about what we see, though, not what we're thinking about. Right?
Yeah, but that is what I see, is what I think.
Okay, so
It's my mind's eye, you know?
So then the reality is an interruption to your simulation.
Well, they work together, but I override reality with my simulation.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, but I don't override your reality, only my own.
True, but it's still terrifying. That's what it made me think. When you said something similar to that last time we spoke, it made me think of Quentin Tarantino's character from Dusk Till Dawn. And
on Friday?
I don't know. You maybe don't remember the character, and it's not a moral comparison because he's a piece of shit, evil villain in the movie. But he hears people saying he visualizes and hears people saying things that they just aren't saying because he's psychotic.
Well, I do it on purpose though.
Yeah, that's even worse. So you're not ignorant to your your villainy. If you were him, you wouldn't be ignorant to it. You'd be completely willful of it.
Yeah, but it's like I more so do it to get out those thoughts and those feelings instead of acting them. I just simulate it in my head.
Okay.
So it's safer that way.
And I might be just trying to get you back a little bit for calling me a straight queen.
By calling me a villain? Then you're complimenting me. You're not insulting me.
Yeah, how do you insult Zach? I'm trying to figure that one out. It still blows my mind that you ever had to deal with bullies, but I understand it only because, not because I understand you perfectly or anything, but I had a friend who in high school was also like a big, tall, long-haired dude. And he wasn't skinny, like he had like a broad frame. Like he looked like he'd be like, the lead in like, a motorcycle gang or something, right?
Yeah.
But he, at least with him, he was very soft-spoken and he was just meek. He was actually quite meek, even though he was a nice person.
Yeah.
You know?
He lets people walk on him.
He did. He was easy to walk on, I found out. And the kids he had problems with were kids that I would have never like even second guessed throwing up against a locker myself. You know what I mean? Like there's no way, like I don't care how many friends that kid has, they're all going to know, don't fuck with me. Right. But he didn't see it that way, and he wasn't violent either by nature, but again, he was the kind of person that if they were ever drawn to violence, I mean, look out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, holy shit.
One of the reasons I never went to violence is just because I never wanted to get in trouble with my parents. Because I always thought that would be worse.
Yeah, the consequence is worse than... Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. It was more like it's not worth it. And then later I just found ways to feel satisfaction in not letting them get at me. If they make me do something
right
that I don't want to do, then they win. But if I can just brush them off, that's how I win.
Right.
Because then their whole goal was to hurt me.
Right.
And they didn't hurt me. Or at least I didn't let them see that they did. The fear of disappointing your parents. That's one of the reasons, later in life after my father passed that I remained a good child is I didn't want to disappoint my mom.
Right.
I didn't want her to think less of me.
No, I totally get that because I think losing someone's respect hurts way more.
Well, yeah. It's like when your parents come up to you, it's like, son, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Like that cuts. Like that's like to your soul. Because
that's person to person, right?
Yeah.
It's no longer father and son. He's like, as a person, you have disappointed me. It's like Jesus. So yeah, I totally get that. And that's how I feel about side boob.
Yeah, is that's disappointing?
It's a little disappointing sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a little disingenuous, but it's all right. I'll find a way to
just override reality with your own.
I got to try that. I feel like I have, but maybe I don't do it. I don't practice it as often as you.
You're an artist. All artists do that.
That's why I agree. Like, that happens. I make the jokes sometimes. It's like, you can't tell me every detail because I'm drawing it. I don't want to memorize everything you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's one of the fun things is when you know someone's visual and you put other visual thoughts into their mind that they didn't want to have. And then you just make them see like the grossest things. And it's great.
Yeah, it's like that meme, like what has been seen cannot be unseen.
Yeah, it can be a double-edged sword though, because when you say it, you also think of it. So, I mean, you're thinking of that pink purple elephant just as much as they are.
Yeah, it's going to be weird when we do like upload or plug in our brains to our phones or computers and we're able to generate images straight from like our central cortex of our mind, and to see like our dark thoughts and even our like good thoughts like come to life.
Yeah,
like I think that's gonna be. I think
that'd be great for therapy for sure.
Oh, I think it'll be very therapeutic.
That'd be awesome if you could visualize like more, what's it called, physically.
Yeah,
your thoughts than mentally, because then you can actually confront them and like talk to them, and they can almost have like, since it's linked to your brain, you can like communicate with this like thought, this like subconscious level of your own self. And then if you need to destroy that part, you can, in this simulation, you could destroy it with whatever weaponry that you feel like it is needed.
I feel like the pioneers, the first people to do that sort of thing, are the ones that are really going to have the most unique experience. Because I look at it like this, like someone who has a lifetime of memory, let's say like an 80-year-old person, right?
Right.
Can suddenly now watch their memories from, say, their childhood on a computer screen or a TV screen. So that's watching videos the world has never seen, right? Come directly from a person's mind. And what are the details going to be like? What is it going to be like to see someone who passed away, like a loved one or a friend?
Right.
And I think those people that make that first transition, they're going to have the most unique experience, because young people or new children that grow up in that technology, that world, they're not going to have, it's going to be second nature for them, right? It's just like now with cell phones. Like kids that grow up with cell phones, they don't know the difference, right? They don't know a world without that technology. Yeah. And I think the same thing will happen when we create the Matrix.
Well, we didn't know a world without cars, right?
True.
So it's like we're still evolving with technology. Their children's children are going to have different world experiences too, So
yeah,
I mean,
but it's
we know
profundity.
we kind of know what it is to have to walk everywhere, because when you're a kid, you have to walk to your parents or to your friend's house from your parents' house, But growing up though, like now, I don't even drive a block. I mean, I won't even walk a block. I'll drive there if I have to.
I know. I was just like talking about this earlier with a friend, with Matt, a friend of mine that of course, and he and I always have these kind of conversations, very similar conversations to you and I. And we were just talking about that, how like I don't even really travel anymore. When's the last time I walked to someplace? It's one thing I plan to do when I'm in Arizona.
Yeah.
Is that, like, I don't want to rent a car. Like if I actually need a car, I'll Uber.
Yeah.
But I want to actually walk around. I want to soak in. I want to experience the environment, my surroundings.
I just think it stinks walking in the city. It's just not fun like it is like walking in a rural area, because there's more things to look at. It feels like, you got trees, you got plants, you got animals walking around. But like in the city, you just got concrete slabs.
And there's people walking around. They're interesting to watch.
I mean, at least in the suburbs, there's not. And I guess that's what I mean by a city.
I think the suburbs are the suburbs are always pretty quiet, right? Like at least the neighborhoods.
They're so boring.
Well,
it's like I can't even go commune with nature in a sense, because there's concrete everywhere. It's just so frustrating living in the suburb area like this.
But you can always travel out of it.
Yeah, but like, where's the nearest place that I can go?
There's a lot, actually.
I can't find anything. I've looked. Like, even Bussy Woods sucks, man.
There's plenty. There's so many, especially in northern Illinois. There's so many reservations, and I mean, like protected lands. You may want to check out a place called Phantom Prairie.
How far though?
Oh, I mean, from you, it's 25 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's north of you.
Phantom Prairie.
Check out Phantom Prairie. It has a much more secluded path that cuts through extremely large area of woods, and it's very hilly.
Really?
And they even warn you. There's signs up that warn you of like groups of like coyotes and stuff like that.
Nice.
Or foxes.
Right. I'll have to find this Phantom Prairie. I'll remember this.
Yeah, I did a job up there. That's how I know about it.
Yeah.
And,
is it pretty swampy though?
It has very swampy parts.
Yeah.
But you walk in the path. You don't want to go, galumphing through the woods or anything.
No, that's what I want though. I want to follow a game trail.
You can, I suppose, but then, if I was you, cover up because you're going to get ticks and mosquitoes.
Dude, I never had a tick till I went to a forest preserve over here.
We used to do tick checks every day, and almost every day we'd find ticks on our bodies.
Really?
And we were covered. Imagine in the summertime, we're covered head to toe, and what is exposed is just laced with high deep count bug spray and sweat and sunburn. I mean, it was the worst combination. Who knows what it did to our bodies?
And you're probably sterile now from all that DEET.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying though.
That's the spirit. Always try.
That's the old college try. I can't give up.
No,
but
never give up.
But yeah, no. Check out Phantom Prairie. There's a lot of. There's Munger Woods. There's all over the state. There are so many protected woodland areas that have paths or don't, and people can go into them.
Yeah. The most annoying is the paths that have like concrete or like asphalt. I hate that. It is so annoying. It's like I'm trying to like walk in nature, right? At least give me wood chips. That's the most you can do for a trail.
Well, it's yeah, and I hear what you're saying, but it's definitely become an evolution of the hobby, if you want to call it. And by that I mean like people. It attracts more people to the area. Why that's important, I don't know. I never understood the purpose of advertising a park, right? Or like a trail. It's like there's nothing to be sold there. There's no hot dog stands along the way, right? So the amount of people going through doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So why it has to be so, like you might say, modernized with asphalt trails and whatnot. And what does that matter to either the biker will put up with that or they won't, right?
Yeah.
If you really want to be there and asphalt is, and wood chips or, ground.
Yeah, I used to, when I was in high school, talking about, not having a car, I would bike 12 miles every day to go to the next town over. And we would go hang out with friends, and we would bike along this path that was like dirt. And sometimes they also have horses go there too. So the worst was when it had rained the day before. Horses had gone through, so you got all these crappy horse like prints that are like deep and then shallow and then deep, and then it's like trying to ride through that when it's hard after the day after.
Oh yeah, it's like little craters.
It's so difficult.
Yeah, but what? That's part of it.
Yeah, it's part of the experience.
Part of the trail.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the part of the trail that's bumpy. Why does the whole trail have to be smooth?
Yeah, no, because nature is not uniform, right? Nature, there's no perfect symmetry or circles in nature.
I've always wondered why it seems like even in myself, there's every now and then it seems like I just desire some kind of perfection in everything that I do, even though that's not interesting. And you see it in man overall, this attempt to make everything smooth, like every surface has to be smooth, and you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like almost like a medical office, like turn the world into a boring like waiting room. Like I
get it, because I think this is the future, right? And there should not be any corners in the future. Everything should be circles. Everything should be rounded. I don't like corners.
There's a lot of corners in nature, Zach.
Yeah, I know. That's nature. My constructed world should have circles, though.
Also, there is some modernity in you.
No, I do like being in a separated space from nature. I don't want bugs all over me every day, but that I want the separation, though.
Okay, Zach, I'm going to read you something now off of the internet randomly, and we're going to talk about it.
All right. Sounds exciting.
I'm glad you're excited. Here we go.
I'm excited.
When a mysterious beam of light starts disrupting and destroying the Earth's atmosphere, Flash Gordon, Dr. Zarkov and Dale Arden, accidentally accompanied by wisecracking reporter Happy Hapgood, swing into action in Zarkov's rocket ship, believing that it could be coming from the planet Mongo. Once in space, however, they discover that the ray is originating from Mars.
Dun, dun, dun.
So who are you in that situation, Zach?
Dude, I'm Dr. Zarkov.
I knew you would say that, but I don't know if it's because I know you or I don't know you.
Well, it's because I'm unpredictable.
That's very contradicting, considering I just said that's what I thought you would
do. I know. That's the Zarkov key. It's to be predictably unpredictable.
And so how familiar are you with the Dr. Zarkov character?
Oh, dude, we're like brothers. Yeah, I know him like the back of my hand.
I feel like you could pass as like a doctor, and I mean this lovingly, but as a Dr. Zarkov like son or something.
Yeah, I'd be a little crazy though.
Maybe you're like the one of 13 sons he had that was the strongest. Like you killed all your brothers.
Yeah, in the womb.
In the womb.
Yeah, all 13 of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so
I devoured them.
Sperm with swords and shields.
No, I devoured them.
You ate them, so it's kind of Cthulhu in nature, kind of spider in nature.
Yeah, but it's a little more tasty.
A little tastier. I don't know. I haven't had sperm or spiders, so I don't know which one tastes better.
Well, I am a sperm, so it's only cannibalism. It's not.
So it's all right. So okay. So it's premise that matters.
Yes.
So only the one in front is gay.
You are what you eat, as I said.